our Germantown editor, Sandy Smith, was out and about, and he noticed some damage done to the stores in that particular location, one of which was Rite Aid. And he ran across a woman of color, an older woman, who was standing out in front of the Rite Aid. And her quote is, "This is crazy, and they think this shit is cool. I live here, I shop here, I'm in this store every day. This ain't no LaSalle students, they're at home. This is not about no George Floyd. I'm black, and this time I'm ashamed to be black. They treat us like animals because we act like animals." And then she says the N-word, done lost their minds.
And you know, it's gonna be, I'd like to find out how old this woman was. I'd like to find out how old she was, because sometimes we get caught up in these paradigms of the old way of thinking against a new way of thinking and acting. And then some people are just complacent. Some people are complacent and they don't try to find time to understand the full context of what is happening. You know, LaSalle has been living, LaSalle, I grew up around LaSalle. LaSalle has been making money hand over fist in this community. And they have not put back into the community in such a way, and they're a Christian college. The separation of church and state, they take federal dollars. You think their education department, with kids, they get degrees and bachelor's degrees and master's degrees, you think they would join with the community schools around there to say, hey, let's be involved in the community so that we can be safe. So that in case a riot happens, that people would have some respect for LaSalle. LaSalle cuts off a corridor where people used to ride their cars up. Because they wanted to have that secure space, so they cut off the whole street. Greg Palmier and I used to protest against that. You know, they just buy up land and they're part of the gentrification. Now, if that woman lived there all those years, where was she in stopping that? Where was she, you know, you want to say you're not proud to be black. Well, then I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, because I'm proud to be black, and I'm glad that this movement is happening. And I can give two shits about CVS and two shits about Rite Aid, if they got some graffiti written on their wall. I can care too less about it. You know, and she needs to open up her mind and really dig into the context of what's happening and why young people are unemployed and why young people don't have a school to go to. What do you expect? And she's part of the problem. She's not part of the solution. It's easy to criticize. It's easy to say what you're not proud of. But then go somewhere. Go somewhere. Crawl into your rock and stay there. Because right now, young people are tired of you. And it's not supposed to be a game against old against young. We're supposed to be sharing old history with the new history. We're supposed to be building that ladder. And it's not about shame. You've been shamed enough, and now you want to accept it as your paradigm of thinking? What are you swallowing? What pill are you swallowed? That means you're spitting in Martin Luther King's face when you say you're ashamed to be black. Who are you catering to? You should never be ashamed to be black, and you should never be ashamed to protest. And for everything that gets destroyed can be renewed with some sense of understanding. Understand why your child in your home is writing on your wall. Understand why your child is running away from home. Understand why your child is telling you, you don't understand me. You just beat them down by continuing to perpetuate the same self-fulfilling prophecy that you're nothing. After all the history, you're going to stand here today just because somebody wrote on the prescription store that you got to get your prescription from. But you was having a problem with getting prescriptions anyway. You was having problems with healthcare anyway. You was having problems with the price of paying for prescriptions at that store, and they weren't catering to your ass in the first place. And you want to say to me and to everybody, you're ashamed to be black. I say stick your head in the sand, because there's a place for people like you. In this day and time, there's a place for ignorance. And that's poverty. And I respect older people as my elders, but that kind of talk is based off of a lineage of ignorance. And I don't know whether she had a high school education or not, but that kind of framework and spewing of that kind of stuff, that feeds right into the system's hand. Look, they'll pick her out of all the black intelligent people and bring her to say, hey, get on television and say something and make people feel like that's supposed to be legit. She's way out of line. She's way out of line. And that's my take on her.